This is Dave the Oven Guy at Custom Designed Chemicals. You can find us at cdchemicals.com, and you could also search for industrial oven repair or burn-off oven repair. We fix a lot of burn-off ovens, and this is a safety device that's used on a lot of ovens, including burn-off ovens, and it's called an air proving switch. What it does is it will detect whether a fan is running, whether it's an exhaust fan or a blower fan on a motor. And if the blower fan goes out, it will shut down and not send the signal through anymore. And the way it operates is a pressure differential between this port and this port. This port is your normal air, I believe, and this port is your suction. And when you put a tube onto this and the tube goes into a fan, it creates a suction that will pull some of the air through and create a pressure differential between this port and this port. There's usually a aluminum tube that comes out of here and goes into your burner. And the way you work these things is you take the bottom off in order to access the wiring. And underneath, you will see a common and a normally closed and a normally open terminal on there. And if you look at your conductivity, you look at your conductivity between the common area when no pressure is applied. Between the common area and the normally closed, we have no conductivity because it's closed. And when you look at the normally open, we have conductivity going between there and the normally open ports. We have conductivity going between those. So the normally open has conductivity, but the normally closed does not have conductivity. And what happens is, if we were to do some imaginary wiring here, there's no actual power, anything that goes on in here. There's just a little micro switch that's moved by an air membrane. So if we do some quick jury rig connecting up here, we see right now that through the one terminal we have a current flow, and through the other terminal we have a complete, that's a 1, that means there's no electrical flow going through there at all. And if we attach our air port to the post here, so right now the one post has power going through it, and the other post does not have power going through it. So if we give it a little bit of suction, it switches around. And if we end the suction, it reverses itself. So if we want the oven to only run when we have the fan blowing, we want to connect it up to this area here. And we have the suction going through there. We have conductivity. And if we want it to work only when the fan or exhaust fan is off, we want this one to be open. And you got your normally open and normally closed. And when you put suction to it, we basically see that. And we're using the port here on the side to apply suction. So that's basically it. You want to make sure you wire it in the proper direction. Normally don't need to adjust it because you normally buy a air proving switch that's within the parameters of what you want, and they're very easy to wire in. Now, if you want to test to see whether the air proving switch is working properly, you just wire both terminals onto the same screw, and you'll have a current flow flowing through the through the wires. But it doesn't do anything electrically itself. There's just a membrane in here that when the pressure differential's here, the membrane moves and it presses a micro switch. Now, one thing you have to be extremely careful with this is when you clean out your blower. Occasionally you want to go and blow the dust and any kind of soot or any kind of ash that has gotten into your blower, and you want to take a airline and blow that dust out. You want to be very careful that you don't hit the tube that's going through here, because an overpressure event going into this will destroy the membrane. Also, if you have an overpressure event in your oven, something in your oven catches on fire and there's a lot of pressure going on, it could create an overpressure event which sends too much pressure through this port and will blow apart the membrane that's on the inside. This is Dave the Oven Guy. We work on all kind of ovens, primarily burn-off ovens, and you can find us at cdchemicals.com or cdchemicals.net. and visit us there, and we could help you with your oven problems. And thanks for watching. And this is Dave the Oven Guy at Custom Designed Chemicals, cdchemicals.net. And that's all you need to know about air proving switches.